go ahead and we're gonna come to stand up with our mat sideways. So we're gonna be moving left to right instead of front to back. And we're gonna be using the moon's cycle to be the guide to our workout here in our full moon harvest salutation. I was gonna say lunar, but I already said moon, so maybe I should just say our lunar salutation. I like that. All right, pressing down into the feet, lift the thighs, tighten the core. We'll reach the arms all the way up. We'll come into a beautiful crescent bend here. Lifting up through the center, exhaling over to the side. Maybe you want to look up underneath that left armpit if you'd like, or you can always just, neutral neck. It's up to you. But if you're looking up, you've got your side, nice side stretch here, but feet are pressed in. We're going to hold it for a few breaths. We were just moving side to side, and it was a little bit more active this time. We're going to find some power in our stillness. We're reaching back up to center. Let's go ahead and open the arms, open the legs, great big star pose. So I opened up to the right side. That's why I started off on my left side of the mat. Strong arms, not weak ones. Take a big deep exhale. Bring those toes out to the side. Heels tuck in. Whoa, I need to shake it off. I am not here mentally right now. All right, let's start over. So I'm gonna start by pivoting on those heels, turning those toes out. Then I take the shoulders up and let them slide down the back. I'm reaching my arms out and then exhaling cactus arms, elbows in line with the shoulder. Pull that booty back. Let that booty pop out so that the knees are right in line with the ankles, even though our feet have an angle to them. We're gonna dig down deep, get all the inner thigh muscles here, tighten through the core, lift through the chest. Take a deep breath, exhale a little deeper. We are gonna be here for a few breaths, for a moment or two. Release as you need to, come back to it when you're ready. Go ahead and exhale, reach the arms up. And then you can press the palms together because it's beautiful shapes here. You can, press the palms together or the backs of the hands. You can always have hands to heart if you want. You can always reach arms out long ways. So choice is you with the upper body, but lower body is strong and grounded. We'll start by lifting the right heel. Release the right heel down. Lift the left heel. Nice and easy. We've got a little bit of right heel next. So I'm switching side to side. We've got a little bit of footwork. We'll come into a toe balance here in a little bit. Let's do it one more time. Each side. Release both heels down. Sink and settle. We'll lift up, then we'll reach both heels up. Double time. Exhale, heels come down. Reach up, find the release in the shoulders. Point all 10 toes towards me. Go ahead, roll the shoulders out just a little bit. We're gonna be doing that again today. So go ahead, give yourself a little break, and then we'll come back to our star pose. We're gonna do a right lead, so the right toes turn towards the right side. Arms, reach out, shoulder distance, shoulder level, and then we'll come down into our Trikonasana, into our triangle pose. We've got our 3 triangles going on here. Our mind, body, spirit, all nice and strong, stable, and in alignment. Breathing in. Let's see, we're breathing into the side. We're also pulling those hips back, releasing the back of the right leg here, especially after all that hard work that we did with our beautiful goddess pose. Keep breathing, hand maybe it's coming down a little bit deeper. As you open up and release, you can have hand to the ground, hand to the foot, hand to the shin, but we never have any pressure on our knees or our ankles. We want our joints to be safe and protected. We're going to switch this up very gently, just exhaling, letting the top arm come forward or drop down, and then angling the chest towards the shin here, the right shin. And then allow the body to open up wherever it's at is perfect. We're going to switch up this moon salutation. I want to add on just a few little fun things here. So allowing the knee to come in line with the ankle, lift up the back heel. And we'll come into our low lunge and we'll try a little side spinal twist here. So we'll press into the left hand, reach up with the right, stack those shoulders, find your breath. Drop the back knee down, that left knee to the mat if you need just a little bit more support or stability here. And then release the top arm all the way down. We're going to all drop the back knee down. Point those left toes towards the back, lift the chest. We'll go ahead and we'll come up into our low lunge and add a little back bend coming into our crescent low lunge. Reaching back here. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. A lot of balance going on. Pull the hips back, find the release into our half splits. Come into our low lunge, supported again. I'm going to walk the left knee back just a little bit. I'm going to press the left hand and then start to squeeze the heel towards the bottom, and we'll reach around and grab onto that left foot. Still leading with the chest, lengthening into the spine. Now, as you come out of this, you want to squeeze the heel as you drop the hand so that you don't let the foot just fall down. We don't want to do that at all here. We always want to move with intention and with control. Go ahead and lift up that back knee. We'll make our way into our half moon pose by way of standing splits. So go ahead and press off the back foot. Let the chest come down to the thigh in your standing splits. Lift the top leg up. Or you can start to walk out. I'm going to come in a little bit closer so that we can see. So you can stay right here. This is perfect. Maybe you want to bring that right arm forward just a little bit. Start to lift up, flex the top foot, drive into the heel. And then you're slowly taking your gaze upward. But for some reason, this side does not like that. So I'm going to continue looking down. And that is perfect. Tighten into the core. Remember, this is your journey and nobody else's. So do what feels good for you. Exhale, release the top hand down. Oh, walk back. I'm going to take standing splits here because it just feels so amazing. And then I'm going to drop back, soften the front knee into your low lunge. Hopefully you didn't have to do as much adjusting as me, but I want to make sure that all of me is in the camera. All right, walking forward. All 10 toes point towards me. And hands are down to the mat, hands are on the shins, hands are on the thighs, sorry, shins, thighs. I touched the wrong thing, but I knew what I was saying. All right, and we will hang out here in our wide leg standing forward fold, making it your own. You can walk the hands through. Maybe you want to come to one side. Maybe you want to go to the other side. So many options, so many variations. This is also the perfect opportunity to take a headstand if you would like. I don't know if some days I have it, some days I don't, and that is okay. I'm going to pull my hips back. And you can just even start to reach forward. Maybe put a little bit of weight onto the balls of the feet here. I'm going to drop down a little bit more. Walk in. Oh, almost. I'm not feeling it today. That's okay. Some days we have it, some days we don't. And that's why it's always so important just to check in with the body before you force it to do something it doesn't want to do, even if it's something that it wanted to do yesterday. There we go. There we go. All right. So playing around, finding what feels good to you, making it your own. We'll take a few more breaths here. And then very slowly, I want you to keep nice and low because we've been head over heart for a little while. Oh, keep it nice and low. So we walk over and find our low lunge on the other side. Like I said, we're cycling through, so we'll start back at the bottom and work our way up to the top. Go ahead. We'll drop the back knee. We'll squeeze the heel into the bottom. This side's a little bit tighter for me. So I'm going to pull back, grab that foot, and then make adjustments as you need to. Breathing into the spine, into the quad. One more long breath. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Take your time. We'll pull the hips back. This is a beautiful counter pose to all of these other poses that we've been working on while we're down here. Hopefully we're releasing a lot of tension. That full moon is all about the release and the renewal. This is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of that. And the knee comes in line with the ankle. We're going to press down into the right top of the foot here. Reach from the arms, lift up. We're in a supported low lunge, or you can add the back bend, crescent. Exhale, the hands come down. And we'll pick up the back knee into our low lunge, adding a spinal twist. So this time we press the right hand, lift up with the left. gonna drop the back heel, hold the hips to the back while we straighten out that left leg. So the little tiny transition, we made our way all the way into pyramid pose. I'm gonna step forward just a little bit so I can reach and pull back. This way I can get my chest a little bit closer to the shin. Go ahead and sink and settle here. We're going to connect with the breath and allow time to find a deeper release in the back of the leg. Adjusting just a little bit, I'm going to rise up out of my pyramid into my triangle. So I'll talk us through it this way and then I'll show you the other way if it feels better. So if you normally take your hand onto your shin, go ahead and do that so that you can lift and find the twist and the openness as you stack the shoulders, as you stack the rib cage and get that outer rotation with the upper hip. Now normally, right, we find ourselves standing up, arms in line with the shoulder, reaching forward, and then dropping down. So if it was too weird, if it was difficult rising up, you can always start from the top and come back down. It's completely up to you. I know a lot of times as we're finding, so we're here in our pyramid, we're really releasing, and our hand is like on the mat for pyramid pose, right? But as we rise up and we come into our triangle pose, maybe it's too pinchy. Maybe you're not getting that upper rotation with the shoulder. And normally you would be right here. Go ahead and come right there. That way you find yourself nice and safe in your Trikonasana. We'll hold it here for a couple breaths. I'm gonna work to get my shoulders lined up. We're either looking to the sky or down to the mat, checking in with the neck, seeing what it wants to do. We need to lift up a little bit more, that's what this is telling me. All right, go ahead and ground into those feet, hands all the way up. We transition from our star pose, just so that we make sure we get this right. Heels tuck in, toes turn out, exhale, strong goddess. Shoulders lined up with those elbows, elbows lined up with the shoulders. Neck is long and soft. Now we can take hands right to the heart. If you want, maybe you need to pray your way through this next step, lifting the heels. Just kidding. You can also make those shapes and work the shoulders, entirely up to you. So many different ways to take the upper body, but we'll concentrate lower body. Heels are turned in. We'll lift the left heel. And then release. Right heel. And then release. Left. Right. Left. Right. Go ahead, come back to center. Sink down a little deeper. Double time both heels. Hold it here. Go ahead, release the heels, straighten the legs. We'll let go of the arms, step the legs together. So I turned all 10 toes forward, step the feet together. Take a breath. Whew, that gets the blood pumping. Palms are up. We'll go our crescent side bend towards the left. Close up here. We're looking up under the right arm. And then back to center, hands to heart. Thank you. Little bow here. I love the energy with the moon salutation. It's probably one of my favorite lunar salutations, as we say it. All right. So I want to really fire up those legs, and I want to come in a fierce pose because we've been working with power, finding our power, working with the feminine energy of the moon and the goddess poses and crescents and all that good stuff. Also, we've been concentrating on the cycle today, so I want to close it up and bring it inward. Go ahead, feet just under the hips or big toes to touch. Hips pull back, weight goes into the heels. Hands to heart if you want. You can reach it forward. You can press the palms, maybe add a back bend, just a small one as you sink down. So many variations. We just want to make sure that we've got the tailbone reaching, pulling back, and that belly button is pulled in nice and tight. Always protecting the spine, always with the spine, love. That's the name of the game here. We'll exhale everyone to heart, no matter where you're at, and then rotate on your next exhale, getting the elbow to the outside of the knee, pressing the palms together, squaring up the hips here. Let's go ahead, slowly rotate back to center, and then exhale to the other side. We're staying nice and low the whole time we're here. We're keeping those legs engaged. So those inner thighs are squeezing together. Quads are lifted. Booty is working. Right back to heart center. Take a quick breath. Keep it low. Smile through this challenge and we'll rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here for a moment or two. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back up to the top of my mat. And then just press the palms. Step it into plank. Drop the knees. Pull those hips back. Sink and settle. Use your exhale and enjoy the hard work that you've been doing. Let it all kind of melt away right now as we let the breath come back to a gentle breathing pattern, as we let the heart start to slow. I'm going to climb back up, and I'd like to invite you to do the same thing. Last week we were doing a little bit of, I think last time we were working with our hero pose. So this is going to be kind of a continuation, and we're going to try our hand here at a toe balance, something kind of new. Now, we'll start off warming up those feet, and we're taking it step by step. So I'm tucking my toes under, including the pinky toes, sitting back onto the heels, or staying here in a tabletop with the hips pulled back, okay? You can be high up on the fingertips if you're kind of in between. Wherever you're at is perfect. Remember, the feet are our foundation. They are everything. They get us around everywhere. And we also neglect them so terribly. We never do any deep foot stretches. Well, I think us yogis do, but like normally people just, we don't do this. Regular people don't do this, only yoga people do. So give those feet some love. We'll take a few more breaths, breathing into the bottoms of the feet, even climbing up if you want to. We're going to switch this up just a little bit. So we're going to take it from this deep bottom of the foot stretch, and we're going to start to use the feet for strength into our toe balance. So I'm going to start off by sitting back. Well, you know what? The next step is we start to lift up, pull back. So this is what I was talking about. Now we don't quite have the stretch going on. Now we are on the balls of the feet, and we're using our feet, or the balls of our feet to balance. Okay. Then I'm going to step the left leg out. So now we've got a lot of weight on the right foot, on the right ball of the foot, but press into all four corners of the left leg. Ooh, this is fire. I'm going to reach out and then bring in. So now we're completely balancing on that one toe. And this is amazing. Chest can rise up. Oh, this one burns. I'm going to release it out right here. Go ahead, drop the knee, come through it nice and slow. We'll point the toes back and sit onto the tops of the feet. So now our toes are pointed to the back of the mat. Tops of the feet are getting a little stretch. If you want, you can even raise the knees up, stretch out the top of the foot. Just taking a breath or two here. And then we'll go ahead and try the same thing on the other side. So we're climbing up. This time, I'm gonna lift up here first, and then step through. Let's see what happens when I sit back to modify. Oh, that's cool too. So look, we've got a great modification.